Disney has surprised us with some After Dark events coming soon. Beignets in New Orleans Square, plus breaking news from Runaway Railway and some interesting news coming from the Hyperion Theater at DCA. All coming up next on Fresh Baked. But first, Rope Drop.
Since its opening, Disneyland has stood as a beacon of dreamers of all ages. It evolved out of a magical storytelling realm envisioned 1 century ago. And welcome to Disneyland.
Now you might be wondering, Dave, this feels a lot like a news video. Why are you doing this from a rope drop at Disneyland? Well, I didn't have the opportunity to shoot a news video last night properly at the desk and come to the park today, which was obviously scheduled. So I thought, hey, I'll just do the news report from Disneyland, which, as you might be able to notice, we are about to do from the Astro Orbiter.
To make your rocket ship fly higher, pull back on the control lever in front.
As we mentioned in the intro, Star Wars Night and Throwback Night. Those are coming in just a few months here at Disneyland. Now, Star Wars Night I was completely surprised by because I thought that was over. I thought there was no chance we were going to be getting Star Wars Night. It's May the 4th is a couple of months away. Right? People got to make plans, but they did confirm that Star Wars Night would be here, the usual event. Those nights will be May 2nd, the 4th, the 8th, and the 11th. May 4th obviously is the one that most people are going to be going for. And then you're going to see the usual stormtroopers and Captain Phasma, the march that they do, which is great. A Star Wars themed fireworks show, fantastic show. I love it. Star Wars food, photo ops, Jawas, and I believe Tusken Raiders. We saw those last time. I wonder, do you think we're going to get Palpatine again? Because Palpatine was here last time, and that was so good. I was so impressed with Palpatine. That was a reason for me to go back again. I felt like the character meets were the best part of the Star Wars event last year. It was really, really good. I was really impressed. Normally I don't walk away super impressed from the After Dark events, but that one was really good.
Attention pilots! The rocket ships have initiated landing procedures. Please remain seated until your rocket ship comes to a complete stop. Then follow the arrows to the flight deck. Happy landings!
Prices for this year's event will be $149 or $169, depending on which event you choose. My assumption is the earlier events, the 2nd and the 4th, will be the most likely ones to be $169. Now, a couple tips about Star Wars Night. First, there's a lightsaber training type situation that happens. Well, it happened last year over by Small World. We went to that, we left. It wasn't, I don't know, I wasn't feeling it. I didn't feel like it was very good, so we didn't stick around for that. So if you're curious, you can probably skip that one, especially considering it's happening at a time when you're trying to do some other stuff, in the park. You only get 4 hours for these events, so time is of the essence. Personally, I would stick to the events that are happening in and around Town Square and Main Street, the character meet and greets, the march. They even did like a sort of a guest cavalcade, a cosplay cavalcade down Main Street, which was really fun. I really enjoyed that. That might have been the coolest part of the night, apart from Palpatine. Now, people often ask, David, do you like the After Dark events? Is that something we're going to keep doing? And I said, no, probably not. I mean, the Star Wars Night is one of the only ones that I really enjoy, and I would, if they brought that back, I would do that again. But the event that really got my attention, I couldn't believe it, Throwback Night. They're going to do a Throwback Night. That's the kind of thing that can get me interested again in spending $170 on an After Dark event for 4 hours. Throwback Night is a opening day or opening year themed event, 1955. They did one of these back in 2018. Adam the Woo and Justin went. Hopefully I got some video of those that I can show you. Just 2 nights, April 8th and April 10th. We will definitely be trying to book one of those. As a matter of fact, as you watch this, I believe tickets are about to go on sale. I apologize for this recording being a little bit late on that. But yeah, tickets are going on sale as of Tuesday morning. So hopefully there's a few tickets left by the time you guys see this if you're interested. As you'd expect, the entire night is going to be themed around 1955, Disneyland in its opening year. They snack like it's 1955. I'm going off-road. That's what the announcement said. Snack like it's 1955. I don't know what that means. I mean, they did say that the snacks would be inspired by opening day. She's a beauty. Guys, Peter 2 just climbed into the vehicle that I took, the Autopia car that I just got out of. We did the handshake and the clap. I'm so happy. Peter 2. Oh, he's so great. He's gonna ride my Autopia car. I would expect the usual for live entertainment. Well, I should say, I'm hoping for the usual live entertainment, a band on the Mark Twain, something Polynesian outside of the Jolly Holiday. That would be amazing. Swing dancing out, you know, who knows where. They don't have, I guess they could take the tables out. I don't know if they can put the band back in over at the Princess Fantasy Fair at the Royal Theater, but that would be amazing if they could put the band back in there and do a little swing dancing. And of course the photo ops, which that could be the most interesting thing. I would bet $100 that they're going to be able to take a photo inside a Skyway bucket, as they did in that video with Adam the Woo. I would expect that. They also had a Mickey Mouse Clubhouse picture spot in the last event. I'm looking forward to those photo ops. I'm looking for a chance to do that kind of thing. I'm really excited about the potential for a Throwback Night. I hope they do it justice. I've been, you know, on the fence on some of these. Some events are better than others, but this one sounds great. Throwback Night sounds great. Look at, there he goes. And you guys don't understand. I hope, it is my one wish that I could be as awesome as Peter 2 is when I'm his age. Just going to the Disneyland every day for a couple hours, riding Autopia, maybe Big Thunder, a Main Street vehicle. Oh my God. That's my goal. That's how I want to go out. I love that Tomorrowland loop. It makes me sad now that I've been to Tomorrowland at Walt Disney World, and that, talk about throwbacks. Tomorrowland at the Magic Kingdom is a throwback, and that's where that music that you hear absolutely fits in that land today. It actually, they have the ride. They've got Carousel of Progress. My goodness. Okay, a couple of closing points on these After Dark events. Early admission at 6 p.m. They go from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m., so you get 4 hours. Early admission into the park at 6 p.m. If you want to try the food, I mean, you got to get into the mobile order stuff early. That is one of the hardest things to do at an After Dark event, is to get the specific themed food. You can eat other stuff, but the specific themed food is kind of hard to get because people get on that early. So I would put in your mobile if you can, if it's available. A lot of times the themed food is not on mobile, which just makes things even more complicated. But if that happens to be the case, then try that. Otherwise, expect to lose the most amount of time doing or getting the themed food. Also, for the Throwback Night, proper attire is encouraged. Get into it. Go dapper. Get into the 1950s dress. Wear a suit. I'm going to wear a suit. Guys, you know, get into it if you can. It makes it more fun, especially when you start engaging with other guests and you feel like part of a thing that's happening, a community thing. So I would encourage that. Just treat it like a Dapper Day, which we haven't been going to much lately. So this is going to be my chance to do that. I've got my vests and my ties already, so I think I'm set in the hat. I'll just go with that. But we do encourage that. Oh my God, and I forgot. They've also said they're going to be doing a fireworks show, not the regular fireworks show, the one they're doing now, Wondrous Journeys, but Fantasy in the Sky, which is the name of the fireworks show that they did back in 1955. Now, I'm not expecting the fireworks show to be the same fireworks show they did in 1955. They probably don't even have the what do you call it? They probably won't even know how to put that on again. But I would also hope and expect that it would be heavy on proper fireworks, heavy on just traditional classic fireworks and music, and less reliant on projections. I'm hoping, fingers crossed on that. But that's it, Fantasy in the Sky fireworks. I mean, if anything, we got the proper name. By the way, I got to correct myself. When I said the tickets are going on sale today, right now, they're happening right now as we speak. I'm in the queue. That is for the Magic Key advance sales. If you're a Magic Key holder, you get a head start on buying tickets for either Star Wars Night or for Throwback Night. Both are on sale right now. General admission tickets go on sale on February 23rd, no sooner than 9 a.m. So today for Magic Key holders, and then obviously going forward after that. And then for the general public, February 23rd, no sooner than 9 a.m. Pacific. Square, and right behind me is the Royal Street Veranda. We asked the question during their last construction video, what's going to happen to beignet service? Where are people going to get beignets and mint juleps? Well, there's your answer. The Royal Street Veranda. Of course. In fact, don't mind if we do. Let's get in this queue and get some beignets and a mint julep. Well, I'm posted here at Tom Sawyer's Island. Took my beignets and mint julep over here to enjoy them here on the Fantasmic stage area, as it were. Actually, specifically Lafitte's Tavern. But there's quite a ruckus going on there, man. I can't shoot here. I would love to sit here and eat my beignets, but these guys are going off. And there is confirmation. Mickey-shaped beignets being offered right across the rivers of America over there at Royal Street Veranda. Problem solved. And the only other thing now that's left to do is to enjoy them without getting any of this powdered sugar all over me or my clothes. I'll tell you what, this is the most fun I've had shooting a news video ever. Not that any of them are ever a chore, but I am really, really enjoying this. Just getting here at Rope Drop, hitting spots, talking about what's happening at Disneyland, while enjoying some of my favorite things like the Astro Orbiter and Autopia, and Tom Sawyer's Island, and the Mark Twain, and delicious beignets with a mint julep, and doing it all with these wonderful views. I highly recommend bringing a meal or a snack over to Tom Sawyer's Island. There's this spot here, obviously Lafitte's Tavern. There's benches right over there on the other side of the mill. You can get a view of the Mark Twain dock. But I may have just found my new preferred way of delivering Disney news is just right here on location. This is so much fun. The one trick is being able to get as many reservations as I would need in order to do this. But I'm gonna give it a shot. And I'm also gonna finish these beignets. I will also mention the Royal Street Veranda is not a full service dining location. It's a very small kitchen, very cramped spaces back there. So while they are serving beignets and mint juleps, they will not be serving clam chowder in the sourdough bread bowls. They will still be serving the steak gumbo, but that is your only option as far as soup in a bowl. If you're looking for clam chowder, well, you can't go there either. You have to go over here to the Harbor Galley to get your clam chowder in a bread bowl. That is now the only place to get clam chowder right now. Be advised. Gotta head back to the mainland real quick because there is breaking news. As we were doing our report here from Thomas Rhode Island, there was breaking news from Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Not for much longer. It has been confirmed that starting tomorrow, I'm here on a Tuesday, starting tomorrow the 22nd, standby will be in order at Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. They will be getting rid of the virtual queue. Not completely, but only when absolutely necessary on its busiest days perhaps. I don't expect that ever to happen. As we predicted, we talked about this in a State of Disneyland report a couple weeks ago. People aren't buying the individual Lightning Lane. They're not selling. They're just either doing virtual queue or waiting until some other time to get on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Therefore, guests will be able to access this attraction via standby starting February 22nd. That's tomorrow from today. I don't know when you guys are going to see this. I'm not sure if I'm getting this out today or tomorrow. So I'm telling you, starting Wednesday. I'm actually going to be here on Wednesday, and we'll try it out. We'll see how it works. There will still be individual Lightning Lane. That is not going away, but it's the virtual queue that's going away. This makes me a little sad. People are not loving this attraction, it turns out. They're not loving it. They're liking it, but they're not loving it enough to buy the Lightning Lane. I really love this attraction. I do love it. And I hope that at some point, you know, it finds its audience because they made a great thing here. Runaway Railway is a great attraction. It's a classic Disney attraction. And I feel like everybody needs to enjoy it. So stay tuned to Fresh Baked in our next update. Hopefully, we'll be able to show you guys how standby works. I don't know what to expect in terms of how long the wait is going to be, but the wait time will give us a very interesting look into its relative popularity. Virtual queue obviously is still selling out right away. It's just blowing my mind. You know what? I'm not going to be here at 1 o'clock. I'd love to try it again, but the last time we tried, it was gone in a second. So those are going. But if they're not getting them, then they're just waiting until the next time. They're not buying the Lightning Lane. Standby it is. We'll be here to test that out. I wanted to show you guys, while we're here though, the intensity that is Small World. There is something happening. Small World is packed right now. Fantasyland is packed right now. Just out of nowhere, this place just blew up. I'm not sure what happened. Look at this crowd streaming in. You don't normally see a flow like this coming into Small World. Maybe it's because we've been watching no crowds here for such a long time because Toontown has been closed. And it still is though. You know, technically, it still is closed. With that, we've actually got some more, I don't know if this is breaking news, but it's interesting news. I just want to say that I could do this all day. 4 shows daily at a theater near you. Before we leave Disneyland, because we are leaving Disneyland, let me just stop here at the top of Town Square to show you that they have fixed the 100th anniversary Mickey statue here at Town Square. It was all started by a mouse. Well done, Disney. Well done. So I've got it on pretty good authority that we called it, that the new show coming to the Hyperion Theater will in fact be Rogers the Musical. I'm not sure to what extent, I mean, because all we know about Rogers really is that brief scene that they showed in Hawkeye. So I don't know how complete and thorough the show we're going to be, how long it's going to be, you know, and what the story is around that. But you can bet your bottom dollar that one of the show tunes will be I Could Do This All Day. But yeah, we have it on pretty good authority that is in fact what's happening here. Rogers the Musical is coming to the Hyperion Theater. Don't know the timeline. And again, I don't know much more about the show details, or even how many shows are going to be. I joked 4 times daily, which I think is about right. But I'm really excited about this. This is the absolute best possible news, the best possible choice for the Hyperion Theater, because it makes the most sense in terms of trying to create a transition between Avengers Campus and the rest of Hollywoodland and the Hollywood backlot. Nothing else makes as much sense as Rogers the Musical does. It's Avengers and it's a Broadway show, in canon. You got to do it, right? It's an imperative. They have to do it. So I'm really excited about this. This is a win for Disney guests. People are going to love this show, I think. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait for Rogers the Musical. And that is our news update from the Disneyland Resort. What a great day. While we're here, 2 stories broke while I'm filming the news stories about the After Dark events and beignets at the Royal Street Veranda. Standby coming to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. And if I didn't mention it already, an absolute win for Disney guests. Standby at Runaway Railway is a win for us. It's a sign that Disney may be becoming less stubborn about some of their policies that are supposed to be revenue generating. They're still going to sell individual Lightning Lane, but they weren't selling it. So they might as well let the rest of us enjoy that attraction the way that the park should be. So it's a win for us in terms of access, and it's a win for us in terms of Disney changing their attitude about what a good guest experience is supposed to be. I don't know if this is going to be, it's an ongoing thing. I mean, there's a lot of momentum going in that direction. There's a lot of momentum in there being a change in the attitude, a change in the personality of the people, the decision making. I'm really cautiously optimistic. Cautiously optimistic that we're heading in the right direction. All that's left is stuff like the reservation system. I don't think Genie Plus is going away anytime soon. We could say at least that this is good news, positive news in that direction. So, having said that, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. Follow us on Instagram at _FreshBaked, on Twitter at FreshBakedDisney, that's Fresh with no E, and on TikTok at FreshBakedDisney. If you like our show and want to show you support, please do consider joining our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/FreshBaked. Otherwise, thanks again for watching, everybody. We love you. Be safe out there. Be kind to one another. Fresh Baked.